So you might be wondering how the year ended up in 2023, and those of you who are looking to enter the market also might be wondering, what does 2024 look like in real estate? Hey, it's Adam Crosson here with Crosson Co Real Estate, brokered by eXp Realty. So let's jump right into the local statistical sales. I always like to give the single family statistical information. So single family homes sold. As we all know, 2023 slowed down. Interest rates were the big cause of this, which kept some people on the sidelines and also kept sellers in their homes because they had a low interest rate and did not want to lose that rate. So in Florence, which is our main market here, in 2023, 1,071. So 1,071 single family homes sold this past year. When compared to 2022, there was 1,273 that were sold. So we're down 16% in Florence from 23 to 22 when you compare those 2 years. The PD area, so that includes this whole region of eastern South Carolina. In 2023, there were 2,116 single family residences that sold. And when compared to 2022, there were 2,419 that sold. So seems like a bigger jump, but it's just a bigger area of sales. And that was only a 12.5% decrease year over year in single family homes sold. A lot of people are asking us, how does 2024 look? You know, what is the national outlook? What is the local outlook? And so one thing I can tell you is that interest rates are projected to continue to drop. We saw them get down to 6.25 or so around the end of 23, and we saw a little spike in activity here locally. So as a result, there's going to be more sales in 2024. However, the affordability will still be an issue for some. And so it will keep some prospective buyers on the sidelines, hoping for an interest rate decrease and also hoping that prices may drop. However, that may not happen. It is not projected to happen. There's no data to indicate that actually. And so more people are also going to be listing their home in 2024, which is going to bring out more buyers. And so we go back to the pandemic. We all know that we had historical low inventory, record low interest rates, which caused this frenzy of home buying with no houses to buy. And then last year in 23, we saw a slowdown. All of us know that if you keep an eye on the market, that was because of the interest rates that were pricing people out of the market. Also, homeowners that had a low interest rate were not choosing to move. And so because of that, the inventory last year rose to 23.6% year over year from 2022, a pretty big jump. So the inventory has remained low historically, and that's in part because, as I've mentioned, people with low interest rates are staying put even if they've wanted to move. 60% of homeowners have an interest rate of 4% or less. It's kind of hard to leave that rate, understandably so, which also caused 23 to slow down. And so for most of the year last year, rates hovered between 7 and 8%. As I mentioned earlier, they dropped a little below 7 towards the end of the year. So what we're projecting and expecting to see is that these homeowners that were so-called locked out of the market because they had a sub-4 interest rate are starting to look at and watch these rates closely because, let's be honest, there's some people that have had more children, and the 3.5% interest rate is great. However, they desperately need an extra bedroom or a bonus room, and because of that, we believe that they're going to start looking at selling this year, especially if the rates get closer to 6%. So some of that inventory is going to be opening up to the marketplace and to the more buyers that are entering the market who are also looking to capitalize on a lower interest rate. So let's look at prices. What are prices going to do? Locally, they've been pretty stable. In some areas, we've seen more price decreases over the last 6 months or so. Nationally, we saw a 1.1% increase from 2022 to 2023. So very mild increase in the average price point. More inventory is going to offset the buyers that are coming into the market. So because of that, we're projecting that the average price will go up just slightly from last year nationally from 1.1 to 1.5%. and that'll bring the national average close to $400,000. The median price is around $394,000. So let's talk, the last point for today is really affordability. The bigger markets across the U.S. are certainly going to be affected by affordability, even if the rate's dropping. And because of that, you still are going to see some home buyers sitting on the sidelines and watching things go by. And all the expert projections are suggesting that the next 5 years, you're still going to see a steady price increase. So while people are watching, they need to get into the game and buy now. The thing that's interesting about our market is that South Carolina is growing exponentially. Those of you that keep an eye on things and real estate in general or in the economy, a lot of uncertainty in the U.S. economy, but South Carolina is the #1 state in the U.S. where people are relocating to. And Florence is beginning to see the effects of that. We've got industries coming here, quite a few of them, and they are making hundreds and in some cases in the thousands of hires. And so because of this, our home prices are probably going to hold steady in most situations. So if you have been waiting and looking at interest rates and hoping they're going to drop and hoping that prices are going to drop, you're going to get one win this year with the interest rates. Of course, we never know where they're going to go, but we are being told that they're dropping. So you can't count on these prices to take a big plunge this year. There's no data to support that. And that was long-winded, but I hope you have found this information valuable. And for more information on selling your home or real estate in the PD, reach out to the most trusted source in the industry, Crosson Co Real Estate, brokered by eXp Realty. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video.